All right, I really wanted a session that maybe wound up looking like this, or maybe finished looking like this, or maybe if I'm hopeful, it really started looking like this, but instead I had a session that started like this, pretty much stayed like that, and then after a while it started looking like this, and then after a while I busted out and cashed in for $3. I swear I'm going to start talking about my individual sessions and the hands that I play. There really hasn't been very much interesting to report. It's been pretty much card dead and getting sucked out on, and those are really boring stories. So instead I'm going to tell you an interesting story. Alright, you hear about a lot of strange things at the poker table, and this next story is one of those strange things. This hand happened at about, 4 o'clock in the morning. This was up at the Tulalip. I think there was maybe one table going. Everyone at the table is pretty much half asleep. The players are half asleep, the dealer is half asleep, the floor is half asleep. So there was a player in seat 5 who had, maybe 300 or 400 in chips, and there was a player in seat 6 that had maybe 200 or 300 in chips. And then this hand comes down. I honestly don't remember very much about the hand. All I remember is that seat 5 had gone to the bathroom. And so there was some action. Flop comes down. Seat 6 pushes all in and gets called by seat 9. The turn comes, and seat 6 goes all in again, except this time with the chips that were in front of seat 5. Seat 5 was in the bathroom. The guy in seat 6 was kind of sitting in between those two piles of chips, and I think that after he pushed all in on the flop, he looked around, saw some more chips, and said, all right, I'll put those in the middle, and he put those in the middle. He got called again. No one at the table caught it. None of the players. The dealer didn't catch it. Nobody caught this. It wasn't intentional, as you're going to see. He lost the hand. All the chips get pushed to seat 9, who had both players covered. So, fast forward to 4 or 5 hands later, the guy comes back from the bathroom and he says, hey, where are all my chips? Everyone looks around and says, we have no idea where your chips went. Nobody came, nobody left. And they all looked around at the table, and seat 9 had this massive pile of chips in front of them, and they said, well, your chips must be there, but we're not quite sure how they got there. They had to actually go back to the cameras, take a look at the chips, count them out, and pull them out of seat 9's stack and give them back to seat 5. Now, seat 6 did not intend to do this. It wasn't a move. It wasn't an angle. It was nothing like that. It was just the fact that everyone at the table was half asleep. And for whatever reason, he thought that both stacks of chips were his. Very funny, except if you're the guy coming back from the bathroom and find that all your chips are gone and no one can tell you what happened.